And I'd like to express gratitude to programs like Climb. Why? Because how often as leaders, busy running businesses and organizations, do we really take the time to stop and step out of our comfort zone, right? For example, when was the last time you took a look at your leadership style, assessed your communication effectiveness, or questioned just how emotionally intelligent or unintelligent you really are? Could you have changed over the years? Probably. Well, the Cumberland Group, made up of Mike, Kent, and Dan, challenged us on all of these concepts and much more. And I'd like to share a few of the points I learned and how I applied it to my business. So, who here works with people? Right? And who doesn't have at least an occasional conflict? In one of our sessions, we reviewed conflict management. At that time, I was having some generational challenges at work. Specifically, a baby boomer who was in a leadership role was working with some millennials. Now, as a Gen Xer, I have no problems with either group. But I was reminded of the different styles, wants, stereotypes, and assumption as a leader I was making. And after the discussion in Climb, I was able to take a different look at the situation and help assess the scenario for our baby boomer so that he could show more empathy in his communication to the millennials. And for the millennials, I took time to express how they could show more value or see more value in the knowledge that this gentleman has, and to not take what he says or the way he says it personally. Another tool I was able to apply came from the team building session. At this time, I had added a new operations supervisor in the company. Unfortunately, we were experiencing some pushback from some of the technicians, and the supervisor had become frustrated from the behaviors. By me sharing from the class discussions in Climb, I was able to identify what was happening in the business was often normal when new leaders entered into an established organization. This is commonly known as storming phase of forming, storming, norming, and performing in group development. By sharing this information with my supervisor and eventually our team, we were able to create an awareness and teach all of the phases: forming, when a new group comes together; storming, when the leadership and the policies are challenged; norming, when things stabilize and are performing; and performing, the group is producing well. And I must say that this January, we celebrated, last January in 2019 was our best January ever. We just passed our sales last week for that January. So this is working. Thank you. Thank you to all my colleagues in the class for making it richer, to Rick and Ann and the Cumberland Group for organizing it, and for the board for continue to provide it. I encourage everyone to do it. As Stephen Covey said, if we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to keep getting what we're getting. Thank you.